Okay, I hear you. Don't worry. I've seen all the comments. I'm finally going to be playing the game today, and that game is this Stanley Parable. Ultra Deluxe version, so I'm playing like the full entire thing. They apparently released like some DLC on top of this, and I'll be playing the entire game from start to finish. No, I've never seen this game before. I just downloaded it on Steam, and I'm very excited to do this. I think it's going to be a pretty long video. You can probably tell by the length of this right now. Apparently, according to you guys, this is one of the smartest and most immersive games that have ever existed, which is a really big praise. So let's see if it lives up to it. I'm very excited though, so let's do this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons.
Haven't we all done that?
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Classic corporate monkey.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Wow, this is such a commentary on like the US, capitalism.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to
So he has no
follow.
free will.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
This is pretty uneery. Oh no, wait. First of all, that's not a word on here. All right, so now we are moving officially. Okay, I like my field of scope. Can I run? I'm guessing
All
not.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
All right, so everybody's
Stanley
gone.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Good idea, narrator. I like that there's a narrator. Reminds me of the game, This Game Does Not Exist, or This Game Is Not Real, whatever the game is called. I played it like a year ago.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Should I follow him or should I sabotage? Let's go to the right. I'm tired of playing games the right way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Oh no.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I wanted to do.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Can I get anything from here? If you've ever worked in a corporate building, I mean, this is pretty uncanny. This is like exactly what it looks like.
Yes. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not gonna do that today. I'm gonna actually do everything against you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh my gosh, the sass on this narrator. All right, let's go down here. Don't yell at me, okay? I'm not gonna... I don't know if I could even say that out loud, but you know what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna Epstein. Yeah, I am.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Really? I don't think
I'm
so.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Oh, no.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Oh.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Do I go back?
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Is she worth it?
She's been waiting.
Probably not. I wouldn't be in this situation if she was a good girlfriend, wife, whatever she is to me. Let's go into this dark room.
That's her, Stanley.
Oh
You
no.
need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
No, I can't do this. Let me
Truly
unplug
play
this.
Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
How do they know like every
That
move I
wasn't
do?
supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, I'm purposefully
Let me
defying you.
double-check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible?
Because I'm big brain out here.
These decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
Because I have free will after all.
Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Oh, it's so meta.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely.
Okay.
It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
You need to
Well, I
calm
won't
down,
have
okay?
that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the
I do not need this.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
I'm just gonna skip it.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
Okay,
For
that's
example,
true.
In this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Okay, Rupert.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Sounds good.
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read.
Sounds better.
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not
I
make
think this
sense,
game is gonna
in all
hate me
likelihood,
because I'm
that
just gonna,
person
every
is
single
not
decision, I'm gonna make the incorrect
Allow
one.
the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot.
Well, I wonder if I made the right choice, if I'd still be
Turn to
getting
your
this
partner
instruction
and practice
manual.
saying, my goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack.
Practice, okay.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis
didn't do anything.
is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
That's it.
Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
Okay, this doesn't
And
make
the
me feel too
feeling
good about
should
myself.
subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce. the
Okay, got it.
material
I'm a changed man. I'm going to follow instructions. I get it. Okay, I'm a prisoner.
Ah, welcome back.
Yes, thank
You
you.
may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry.
That's true.
Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
What if I don't want to go in there? It says exit. I feel like that's where I should be going. Okay, fine. I'll listen to you. Just this one time, though. Just this one time, Mr. Narrator. Can I go into this door? No, it seems to be locked. Well, where can I go? Because I don't like the idea of having to go back to the beginning. But it looks like I have to. Fine, fine. You win this time, Mr. Narrator. You
Now that
win.
we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform.
Ah!
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
I'm getting Steam awards saying that I can't jump.
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Okay, I'm going. Psych! Oh, I can't jump off. I wish they gave me a jumping button, but I realize that would be bad for everybody here. It's kind of creepy. The door just opens. All right, you got me. I'm gonna see if any of these doors open, of course, because I don't trust this narrator. 452. What was my number? 427.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again.
Okay.
And you'll be home free in the real world.
Gotcha. Door on the left, and I will be back to the real world. Okay.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Of course.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
Yes.
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
He entered the door on his left. Very smart. Guess what? What do you think about that?
No! Why did you do that?
Ah.
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
There's something on here. 1, 2, 3, question mark. Ah. Okay, fine. Okay, so you really want me to go through there? Psych! Let's see. There has to be some repercussion here. Okay, it looks like they really want me to go through the door, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Fine, 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 fine. There you go. You happy? You're even locking all the doors. You don't trust me at all, do you? Can I have your name, Mr. Narrator, so I can address you properly?
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what?
I followed you. I went through the right door.
What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone?
Nothing. I was just having some fun.
So much garbage. It's worthless now.
No, it's not.
And
Don't say
what am I
that.
supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know
Of
that
course.
my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that?
Don't be so hard on yourself, man.
I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
No, of course not. Let's just continue. I'm here.
What do I do?
I'm here now.
What do
Let's
I
make a
do?
new story. Forge your own path.
No,
Pioneers.
I have to shut the game down.
No, if you do, I'm getting out of here.
I have
Nope,
to.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. No! Do not shut the game down. I'm in the middle of the game. Oh, I'm alive. Where am I? Okay. We can do this. Come on, Sam or Stanley.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
What did you do?
You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Okay.
It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Yeah, I'm
What,
sorry.
Did you think that would be funny?
Can I go up
You
here?
just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Yeah, but Stanley's an
He
NPC
knows
and I'm
how to do what I
not.
tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Why am I getting scolded
That
by
thought
an
hadn't
unknown
even
person?
Occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you. You're a child. My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. You
can't always get what you want.
To make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Okay.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came...
I'm gonna actually go through the left door this time, okay?
entered the
You could
door
trust
on
me.
his left.
You could trust... Of course, look. Psych!
No! Why did you do that? Quickly.
Okay.
Behave exactly as Stanley
Okay,
would.
so I have to actually go through it. Okay, fine, I'll do it, okay? See, are you happy now? So let me guess, your whole story's fixed? Let's see. Yes.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
Talk
of
less-
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, don't worry, I am gonna go. I just want to take a look around here. I want to see what you got cooking up. TPS report, how to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively. Oh, these are just boring charts. Monetize free to play. Yeah, true. Okay. Broom closet, probably some weird activity happening there. Up or down?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Can't believe I'm following your instructions. Do I have no free will? What is this? Looks like one of those like Les Mis intercourse chambers. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. Otherwise that was a very weird analogy. There's the boss.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
That is true.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated
Who
this.
orchestrated this?
Until
Is
he
that
saw the door with a voice
Poe
receiver
from Kung
next
Fu
to it.
Panda?
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
True.
And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door?
Night Shark
Would it still
115?
work? There was only one way to find out.
Let's try it.
Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Okay.
He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 116. Night Shark 116.
Stanley spoke the
Oh,
code.
5. Okay.
Night Shark 115.
Yep.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Okay. Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Okay. I don't think you heard me, that's why. Night Shark 1...
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it?
I was in the middle of it!
It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
I don't need you, just because I'm taking my time to say your passcode. Have you have a little bit of patience?
Respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his...
Stanley's an NPC. I don't care about Stanley. You're dealing with me now.
Seriously, if you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me.
Because you forced me to.
Coward, you... When Stanley came to a set of...
Oh my gosh, now I'm the narrator.
entered the door on his left.
What is happening here? Stanley, don't do it.
Stanley? Hello?
Don't do it, Stanley.
Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. Are you listening to me?
Wait,
Is everything all right?
there's no way that this is the ending. Oh no, did I actually just lose the game that quickly? Oh, I can't believe I actually lost. Okay,
All of his co-workers were
fine.
armed.
I'm gonna play your game perfectly, all right? I just realized I don't have choice in this game. Listen, dude. Okay.
When Stanley came to a
Yeah.
set of two
It
open
goes to the door on
doors,
his left.
He entered the door on his left.
Okay, we get it. You don't like free choice. In here.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Yeah, we know, narrator. I'm done with
Feeling a
you.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
Ooh,
boss.
broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
Okay.
So he turned around and got back on track.
Fine, I'll listen to you. Okay, so now we go up to the boss's office.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Or... Oh, red. We're going in here. I don't care what he says.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Yes, I
He
can.
considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
That's
He might
true.
be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Because
All
I'm a risk
because he
taker.
believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy.
Wait, what's going on here?
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence.
Why am I
in a
going in the
single
same
moment
exact
for
direction?
No reason at all. None of it made any logical
Where's the
sense.
exit?
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty
Yeah,
familiar.
it's like
Were they
Groundhog's
simply
Day.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too
How do I break
strange.
this?
This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
And what's that?
He just hadn't found the words
Yeah,
for
I
it.
don't know how to describe it.
I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream.
I am dreaming. That's the only actual thing that makes sense.
Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
You see,
He
that is
wasn't
actually pretty
crazy
logical
after
here.
all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back
How
to
would
my
I wake up
boring
if I were in a
real-life job
dream
pushing
right now,
buttons.
so I can escape
I may
this?
as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
No!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
What's that?
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
That's true.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice
game
was
is so meta.
describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Yeah,
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
perhaps.
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Okay, that's
Now, hearing
unsettling.
the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream?
It must be.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that
that's
he
what I'll
was
do.
in control.
Yeah.
That this was a dream.
So what can I do?
He closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Yep.
the fresh air of a world outside this one.
That's me.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing.
Give me the
buttons.
comfort I seek.
Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
It's kind of sad.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Why am I going to cry? I am okay. Please let me out of here. So if I keep going...
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please,
what a dilemma.
Someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Imagine Shrek shows up.
And everything went black.
Don't tell me I lost again. I'm getting chills right now. What's my heart rate?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed,
This must be my
gathered her
wife.
belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Is that me?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Okay.
Everyone knows
Fine.
what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
You just want me to conform to your game.
I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel
Well, I'm
better.
glad my death can
Then she remembered
impart
the
some
meeting
wisdom
she
on
had
her.
scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Don't go. Okay, so I died again. All right. Why am I like literally getting every ending? I'm actually going to complete the game. All right, I'm done lying.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Duping
open
this
doors,
narrator.
he
I'm just
entered
going
the door on
to
his
finally
left.
do what I'm supposed to be doing. Whatever he tells me to do, I'll do. I'll be a nice little puppet.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's.
Okay,
Coming to a
here we go.
staircase,
I'm going up.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm here, right? Parade right into here, where my boss works. Oh,
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
it's true.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated
Yeah,
this.
who orchestrated
what dark
this?
secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Yeah.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Spill the beans.
2845.
I'll do it.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Bam.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad...
You know what they say,
Stanley
infinite
happened
monkey
to
theorem.
input the
Monkeys
correct
created
code
Shakespeare
by
because in an
sheer
infinite
luck.
universe, some monkey had
Easy.
typed Shakespeare.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Where is it? This one? Okay. What's going on? Am I on... Where's Ashton Kutcher? Am I on Punked? Why is there cameras here? Oh, it's just a light. My bad. Left or right? Left or right? Let's go left. Oh, let's go right. Maybe I'm being too much of a fool. Okay, I can't go right. See? I was right the first time. All right, we're gonna drop down. Bye-bye. I can't decide so far if this is like a horror game or a psychological game or what.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I do feel a bit
It was
peculiar.
a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to
Yeah,
him?
why did I all of a sudden
This
gain
question
consciousness?
would not go unanswered for long.
All right.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh my gosh, I know I said I wasn't gonna... mind control facility or escape. I need to escape, I'm sorry. This is just not for me.
This passageway had the word escape written on it. The truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
No, it's okay. I would rather not. You know what?
Of course. Nope. Still on board with death?
Because I don't believe you. Why should I believe you? Even though you've been right every single time. We've had to restart the game 3 times, but I think this is part of the game. I think the parable that I'm facing is choice.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back.
And that's why I refused to do it. This is a unique opportunity.
Point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
That's right, because I have choice.
Willingly confront his death.
I'd rather die with my own choice. Yes. If this is death, then I happily fall into it. I survived. What do you know? What do you
As
know?
the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the big picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
I trust, don't worry, I trust the
Perhaps his
process.
death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind
I trust the
man.
process.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
No.
Farewell,
I
Stanley.
trust the process. I trust the process.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. What do you think about that?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Wait, why is there this girl now? What's going on? Okay.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
Whoa.
death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley
this heaven?
was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh my gosh, is this... Where am I? Maybe I'm in purgatory right now? Office clock. What's around here? The path less taken. Something interesting must be here. Yeah.
Then he pushed the number 4.
Okay. Tried pushing the number 4. Led me nowhere. The lounge. Underground. Okay. All right, well, I probably shouldn't have done that. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Well, I seek freedom and I'm going to get freedom. So if that's the goal, I will reach it. Oh, this is like my setup right here. Cool. Look at me. Boom. Oh, exit. Stanley Parable.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another.
What do you mean?
How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Off.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
I don't want the guy narrator back.
But listen to me. You can still save these two.
Wait, I'm
You
not
can
done yet?
Stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to
Oh. No.
beat this game.
No.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
I don't believe
Stop
you.
now, and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
Where did this land me? Is this it? Is this what it feels like? Ugh. She was right. I think,
All
okay.
of his co-workers were gone.
You ready for this?
What could it mean?
This is my
Stanley
hypothesis.
decided to go to the meeting
I
room.
think the
Perhaps
guy
he was
narrator
simply missed a memo.
is going to lead me down the wrong path of just being a cog in the system, and he just wants me to be complacent with my current life and just
When
follow
Stanley came to a
instructions.
set of 2
But I
open
actually
doors,
think that
he
the
entered
lady
door
is
and
going to
fled.
lead me in the right direction. So my new strategy is to avoid this narrator's instructions, and if I do get into a predicament, I'm going to follow her, because women are always right. Okay, I've made it. Executive bathroom. Let me in. Let me in. This is sick. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Okay. Why did I think this was going to be so much cooler than it was? Why was I able to shut that door? Okay, Kung Fu Panda on the wall. Elevator. Let's go down here. What's over here? Before I go down this elevator, let's make sure there's nothing else for me in here.
Stepping into his manager's office, looking
Can I
behind
exit here?
paintings,
Oh, I'm stuck. I should have gone down the
desperate for
elevator.
clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad.
I have a feeling
behind the
everything
boss's
leads to the
desk.
same
What could its
path.
purpose be?
All paths lead to the same direction.
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
What is it?
2845. But of
2845.
course, Stanley couldn't possibly have. Yet incredibly, by
And
simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
there it is.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Okay.
Amazing.
Now we're gonna
He
follow
stepped
instructions.
Into the newly opened passageway.
We were so close before. Now we know what we have to do here. We are not escaping. We are playing the game. We're going to the mind control facility. Here we go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
There we go. Now, do I want to give up my freedom of thought and expression? Do I want to do it? Fine.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
Oh, wow.
horrible secret did this place hold?
Oh, no.
Stanley thought to himself.
Can I leave?
Did he have the strength to find out?
I don't want to find out. Please let me out of here. Oh my gosh. Fine. I'll continue onward. Let's see. We're about to discover something that I probably shouldn't be seeing. Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore
Where
the
am I?
number of an employee in the building.
There am I.
Stanley's coworkers.
427.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom.
Pretty sure this
nothing.
breaks something. 427. This is kind of fun. It's like I'm getting paparazzi'd.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
It's a fair hypothesis. So let's head down here.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept
Oh, somebody got
it. His
fired?
own
Multiple
life
people got
in
fired.
Someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Where am I going?
Wasn't it? Was
How
it even
massive is this
possible?
building, too?
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind
Like the
to
Burj
the
Khalifa.
world?
Okay.
But here was the
Whoa.
proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad
Oh, no.
or content.
What is this?
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very
What is
place.
going on here?
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
You're right.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
There we go, narrator. You're right. I'm tired of being controlled by something greater than me. I have individual power, so I will turn it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I don't think you're on my
After
side.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is
Yeah, I
that what
did.
you wanted? Control?
That's what I crave. I have the money,
Stanley,
okay?
I applaud you
I have the
for that, I really
dignity.
do.
All I'm
But
seeking
you
now is
must
power.
understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
I refuse.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do.
What
For
makes you
example,
think that?
And I believe you'll find this pertinent. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Huh?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA
No, it's gonna
identification,
explode?
Nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say...
Do not say 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
What?
Now this is making things a little more fun.
Oh,
isn't it,
no.
Stanley?
What do I do?
It's your time to
What do I do?
shine. You are the star.
Okay.
It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's
Yep.
desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in
Okay,
mind.
yeah.
What a shame we have so little time left
what can
to
I click?
enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But
Yes.
what precious moments each one of them
gonna do
is.
something. Don't worry, I got it.
More time to talk about you, about me.
Okay.
Where we're going.
3.
All this means I barely know where to start.
I'm just gonna press every
What's
button.
that? You'd like to know where your
Oh,
co-workers are.
press 1?
A moment of solace before
Okay, wait, so they want me to press...
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly.
Uh...
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
1.
Of course, that was merely in this
No,
instance of the
let me out.
story.
Okay, I need to get out. I
Sometimes
need to get
when
out. I need to get out.
I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then
no.
dying alone.
Oh, button.
Other times, I let
Big
the
red
office
button.
sink into the ground, swallowing everyone
Enable
inside
backup power. Okay,
before
where
I
is it?
burned to a crisp.
Backup power.
I have to say this though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
Yeah, you psycho. You want to see me
Try
die,
to
don't
make
you?
sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you. It's quite rich.
Oh, no.
I hate to see it go.
Is there anything over
I'm
here?
sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better.
I'm not shutting the power off.
Only 34 seconds left.
I know, you're not
But I'm enjoying
bullying
this
me
so
here.
much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Cool. Thank you.
These are precious additional seconds.
What am I supposed to do?
Time
Can you, like,
doesn't
actually
run
tell
on
me, narrator? This is the one time I need you.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right
Yes,
now?
that's unfortunately true.
Did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
I did think that,
I mean, look at
unfortunately.
you,
Oh, 4.
running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
How do you know exactly what I'm
Those
doing?
Buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything.
I don't like how you're in my
something here
brain.
will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
This is so humiliating.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Ooh.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm
you.
gonna shut the power off. It's the only thing that makes
It's not
sense.
a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
No,
so you
because I refuse to play this game. I'm
Take a
done.
look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom
Wait.
and nothing.
What?
No ending here. Just you.
I
being
can't
blown
exit?
to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another
15 seconds. What can we do?
Make it count.
Um,
Don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke.
Oh,
and
no.
believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable.
No, you won't, because what
from
if-
the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Did I actually die? I clicked pause right before it happened, so I'm not sure what happened to me.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay, I know. My coworkers are gone. Where could he be? Take the door on the left, go up to your boss's office. The code is whatever it is. I'm going down the elevator this time. Now that I figured out where the mind control area is, I'm going to solve this once and for all. Okay, boss's office. Make a right. And now we're going to make another right. So here we are, and we're going to go down the elevator, which I should have done before. I don't know why I didn't do this before, but here we are now. And let's go down. Oh, we should have gone up. Let's go up, right? Kevin MacLeod, shout out. The greatest music ever. This is the longest elevator ride of my life. It really is the Burj Khalifa. We must have been on the bottom floor going to the top. Is that the narrator also singing to this?
1 hour later.
All right, I've tried to wait as long as I can. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it looks like I can't actually go anywhere, so that's kind of a farce. So it looks like I have to go in
The moment he
here.
entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks.
2, 8,
Not a living
4,
soul
5.
Anywhere. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Oh my
That
gosh.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments.
I don't need, I just had so much music in the elevator. Ooh, it is nice. Why is this game pulling on my heartstrings, making me feel a type of way?
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, of course I did. And I went down here, and I'm gonna follow your instructions. Gonna go into the mind control facility, and I'm gonna head right into the, I'm gonna click off, not on, because I'm a good guy.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley
I'm done with the
decided that this
system.
was she-
I finally freed my mind and everybody else who worked here, all 600 of us. All right, narrator, are you happy? Is this what you wanted? Did we finally beat the game? Are we winners? We must be.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I think so. I think we did it.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Yes.
Freedom was mere moments away.
Thank you.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
It's true.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
This is so beautiful.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Do I have an opportunity to go back? No, this is it. I've made my choice. I choose freedom. I want to be with my family.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant
This feels right.
to happen.
To be one with nature.
And Stanley was happy.
And that is called a victory right there. Beat the game. I just completed the game. But I have a feeling that's not what I'm interested in. Beating said game. Okay? No, that's never excited me much. Because what I'm actually going for is to figure out the mystery of this building. New content. Because new content is where that lies. And you want to know why? Wow, that's crazy. I just stumbled on this. Because this is the DLC package.
Oh, new content? What does that mean? New content?
Well, we're going to find out. This is why I paid extra money. Because I was told that there was extra DLC, downloadable content available for me. So now we will actually come to the conclusion of what lies in this place.
And thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable
like one of these Disney
Ultra Deluxe,
things.
a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yep, and that brings us here.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
Okay.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
As am I, but where do we go?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I think so too. Shout out to this voice actor. For 10 years, he kept the same exact voice.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere?
I don't know.
Oh, there
Okay.
we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Okay.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Pretty lame.
Awfully tedious.
Very tedious,
It's
yeah.
as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content.
Here we
Give me
go.
the content, Stanley.
Okay, I got you. I am a walking content piece.
All right.
Jump circle.
All right, let's
Okay.
see it's the jump circle.
I could jump. Wow, this is gonna change everything. So I could jump off cliffs now. I mean, I don't particularly love the fact that I'm like doing Navy SEAL training in the middle of this warehouse. Can I double jump? A la Mario? No? Okay. And done. Woo! All right. I guess I could leave. I'm free to go. Officer, okay, free to go.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I think you're right. Why am I only allowed to jump? Like, I can't jump right here. Oh, I can't even jump there. Wait, did I use all of my jumps? So I only had 36 jumps and I used them all? I thought they were telling me I had to jump 36 times. Oh no, this is not good.
another elevator.
All right.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
True.
Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more.
Yep.
Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content. That's sweet.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an...
Who are they calling out? I'm not in the gaming world. Who's that calling out?
...level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Yep.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
I think that's
it
right.
could never have lived up to such expectations.
Everyone's telling me to play it, and this is what I got.
Why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
I think we should do that.
No frills, no gimmicks.
Yep.
Just you and me having a great time together like always.
That's what it's all
What
about.
do you say, friend?
I'm with you. Okay. Here we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is this a new room or what? Can't tell what's happening here. Doors are locked. All right, now it feels like we're playing. How do I get there?
Stanley,
Oh, I'm coming.
come over here.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
In the vent.
Yes, I'm coming.
I want to show you something.
Okay, I'm here. What are you going to show me?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Yes.
Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Whoa.
Take a look. I call it
Oh my gosh.
the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories.
Oh,
so
I
I
can't
can
wait to see
relive
these.
the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Yeah.
You see,
That was a
Stanley,
good time,
doesn't
wasn't
the
it?
Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013?
I do remember.
When the game originally launched. Back then, video games had integrity. Back then,
Wow, this
it
won a
all
lot of
meant
awards.
Something. Oh, the waste.
Tons of waste. Tons and tons of waste video games are. There's like 7 million games in that Steam library. Most of them just garbage. But this game, no, I have a good feeling about this.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of
Wow.
art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
It is
It's
true.
just
Playing a
husk
shell of itself now.
A lifeless husk.
That first hour was riveting.
An hour of new elevator content.
Okay. The original remake, or what's down here? You shouldn't put this here. You know you shouldn't do that. Memory zone maintenance? Okay. At least I can't go down there. So it gives me one choice. I've had too many choices already. The greatest wealth is memory. That's true.
Here's another moving passage.
Oh, they got
This
a
time
9?
From GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game.
I agree.
9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
Almost.
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
That would be great. Sometimes you just gotta let a good thing die. How do I... doesn't look like I have too much choice here.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Yes!
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on.
I'm
I
leaving.
don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Oh, let's see what
What's
this game was really about.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam.
Yes, let's see it.
The online video game distributor.
Yes.
I haven't looked at these in years.
Show them to me.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Haha.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Ooh, all these not recommended. Okay, don't worry, we'll find you a good review, Stanley.
Okay, let's see what this one said.
Don't read this.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
I don't know what that means.
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe...
It's so funny that they included these reviews, like Nude L. Shaft.
Hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
No, come on
Like
now.
I let these people down.
It's just a few random
Perhaps
people,
the
don't
Stanley
worry.
Parable
It's not going to be everybody's
isn't
cup
quite
of tea.
as sterling as I always remembered.
Ooh, please be a good one.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
That has to
Skip
hurt.
button. Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment.
Maybe we
surely
try
can't
it.
hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record.
Maybe we try
Only
it.
positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's
What is
always
that?
been my motto. I
Ooh.
do anything for the customer.
I swim?
Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it.
Sure.
It's what the players have been asking for.
Psych.
And I'm very proud to have
Because
delivered.
I actually like
no
you.
more listening to me rambling on and
I'm gonna
on
be
and
honest,
on.
I like you.
No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. The story.
Nope.
And the choice. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
Okay.
Of course.
I'm afraid we're going to have to skip you again. I'm sorry.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30,
Where'd the door?
45 minutes. It's not unendurable
Huh?
by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to
What
myself
happened?
about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Why?
I think the skip button has been aptly... Stanley, Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
I know, but where's the
You've
door?
just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just... Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us.
That's sad.
About
I killed the
everything we've been
plant.
through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
Nope. Oh, did he die? I know you're here. Talk to me. Stay with me. I didn't mean to actually skip. I was just having some fun. I didn't mean any harm. Fine, I'll do it. Where's that coming from? Okay, I'm skipping.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic...
I'm gonna let you ramble to yourself. I don't know if I keep killing him or what, but we are gonna skip once again.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Yeah, I think it's time to get out of here as well.
Never the end is never...
How much did I skip? How come you like die and just keep coming back after a couple of skips? I guess that's good. We could start to escape soon. A couple more skips. Maybe we're gonna be in like the year 3000. See the Jonas Brothers. Oh, nice. Here's some light. Could definitely use some sunlight. Still no escape though yet, so we're gonna have to skip one more time. At least. Oh, would you look at that? We're in like a post-apocalyptic world. I'm guessing the narrator died, so let's just skip ahead again. Just keep at it. Ooh, that is disappointing. Something must have happened, and now we are just in a desolate environment again. I don't love where this has gone. I feel a little bad, actually. Poor narrator. Kind of miss him. Now I'm gonna have to carry the narration time and time again. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Well, can I skip once more? That'd be amazing. Looks like skips are done. I'm a free man, but at what cost? Now it is just I, and it looks like we are... Is this freedom? Is this what I wanted this entire time? Was it worth... What is the price of freedom? Looks something like this. Apocalyptic world, nothing to be seen, no family, no friends, no narrator to help you with your consciousness and your choices. This is us. This is the human species and the human experience, fleshed out in its entirety. The illusion of choice leads us in a direction of desolation. There's nothing but salt plains and desert and heat and a lack of resources to keep me going. And I think this is it. I think this is where I die. Wow, I truly died like that? All because I skipped too much? Well, that seems a little extreme. Okay, I'll go back in.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay, I think we got off on the wrong foot for the first little attempt right there. I think there's a lot to be had. We're gonna have a lot of fun here. I know it. Let's do it. I'm so happy you're back, by the way.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
No, it's been fun.
The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions?
This is amazing.
Territory will cover.
This is groundbreaking.
A fully-fledged sequel, an entirely new experience.
I love what you've done with
built
the
from
place.
ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yeah, they have been. This is so modern. I love it. Looks like a WeWork.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
I think so.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
That's right, it does.
To be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Valued investors,
I
surely.
figure that if I can loosely organize a handful
the
of
Netflix
interesting
N.
concepts,
I feel like that's a
that
branding
surely
issue.
the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Good point. Okay. Oh my, I love this so much. I can't believe we've made it.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay. What can I do? Office decorations, reassurance, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Oh, I want to see that. Hear your name in the game. Why does that sound amazing? It's like a nice little expo. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. That's what I need to see.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind,
That's true.
my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Ooh.
Isn't that wonderful?
It is wonderful. I'm excited to click this.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
Oh.
Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name.
Yeah, makes
whatever
sense.
name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Okay.
Just play along.
All
I
right,
promise
call me
you'll
Jim.
love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply?
I
Are you
am
really
Jim.
Truly Jim right now.
I am Jim. Who
If
is
so,
Sam?
Then please step forward and press the button.
Yeah, that's me. What's up?
You
What's
see?
going on?
What a thrill! What a rush!
Yeah, that
Get
was
the
fun.
show.
Yeah.
The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Okay.
It hits even harder.
It's good.
the
It's
second
really
time.
good.
If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
I tend to agree
Let's
with
take
you.
a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
One more time. Come on now.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
You're right. You're right.
I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you
No.
actually are.
No. Okay, fine. I get it was too much. I'm heading back down, all right? And you can't stop me. I'm going to act on free will again because I don't like that you took my name away from me because that's all a man has is his name. It's a very nice tree in the corner. Oh, I'm a fan of that. I love what you've done with the place, I must say. Okay, so that was that button.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley
go here.
Parable 2. That would actually... An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it,
Epilogue?
Stanley?
Wait a second.
Yes, it would go at the end of the... well, we'll figure that out later.
No, I'm going now. Whoa, that's new. It is new. Okay. Infinite hole, free achievement, settings, world champion. There's so much to choose from. Okay, let's get this new free easy achievement. Add to my Steam library so I could flex. Okay, here we go. Pull the lever, receive your achievement. It just works. Okay, so that's all I have to do.
Here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
That's all I have to do. You're telling me all I need to do is go to this lever and press it.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not
No,
a wizard,
I think it
Stan,
could happen.
But I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world.
feel like you're lying
who
to
will
me.
be uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers,
See?
we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay, fine. Is there anything I can do? Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything to be done. So I will trust you on this one. A rare time that I will be trusting you. So you just wasted my time going into here just to tell me that it doesn't exist yet, huh? You like making a fool of me, don't you?
What else? What other examples
The jump
have
circle.
we seen yet?
I love it. Give me more jumps. I need more jumps. Please.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2
I
as
love
well.
it. Great idea.
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Yeah. Give me more, please.
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Come on. All I want is a couple jumps. Even if they're not useful. Infinite hole, it won't end. That sounds amazing. My monkey brain is loving that. No screenshots. Wait a second.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday.
Definitely
Which
this.
would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday.
Sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
What a jerk.
Get Well Someday it is.
Oh my gosh, you're such a jerk.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with...
No, you should have.
No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
You really don't give me a lot of choice, do you? Where do we want to go? Let's go back to the Infinite Hole. So we want to head back this way, huh? All right, Infinite Hole, here we come. We are at the Expo Center. Woo! Opening, rim, depth, surrounding area. Infinity, okay. I'm excited to jump into this.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of.
Spill it.
It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling.
I do like that.
You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Why not? Because I don't believe this is infinite.
You see, isn't it wonderful?
Ooh.
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Press G? I don't want to press G. How about...
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
How about no? Because I feel like you're lying to me again, and I've never trusted you since the beginning. So I'm going to let myself continue
I
falling.
don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Oh.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
That could be it.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me.
That
Maybe
is
you're the
far.
problem.
How do we get out of here? Just tell me.
Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
Not really. I was pretty nice to you this entire time.
Behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite.
Fine.
If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
Deal.
I'll just be up here when you're ready.
All right. I'll see you there. Beep. All right. I'm coming back up. He doesn't know that I'm lying. All right. I guess he's not lying. So I will meet you at the top.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
That's cool. All right, fine. Infinite Hole, very cool. You do have to change the branding. Mostly Infinite does sound a bit better. But how about we go on this side? Can I jump down here? No. Okay. Looks like you won't let me even go there. That's a little fishy, but fine. Fine, I'll trust you here. Now, what else do I even have? There's the exit. That's new. I've certainly missed a couple of areas of the expo that I do want to check out because I believe that there's a lot going on here. Oh, Settings World Champion. This is definitely what I wanted. Here we go. Hello? I don't like that I'm not allowed in there. Just makes me more intrigued. Collectibles. The button that says gym. The reassurance bucket. That's what I want. Aha. That's what I've been looking for. The reassurance bucket. You heard gym in the game. The button that says gym. Mostly infinite. I love that he updated. Jump circle. Can't go in here. So it looks like I just need to go in the reassurance bucket. New features. Very excited for this indeed. And we've made it.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
Not really.
That it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
Whoa.
Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
And what is that?
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance
Ooh.
Bucket.
Maybe it could
You
fall
see,
on me.
Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold onto the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Okay.
Come on, give it a try.
I'll give it a try. Here we go. Don't tell me it was a lie.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
I don't know how to make this. I think you're making fun of me.
Buckets seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Can I drop the bucket, or do I just keep it? All right, I guess I'll just hold this bucket because I don't think I can get rid of it. Is that everything now?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
Office decorations?
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay, I will say it's a pretty nice bucket, all right? I will definitely say that. I've been in there. I think I've been in every room at this point. Get it here. Collectibles. Oh, that is new. Collectibles are new. I do like myself a good collectible. Give me something I could take home with me. Come on. Can you find them? All right. Ooh, that's cool.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game.
Give me like NFTs.
In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Can I have it? Yes! Oh, I love it. Didn't you say you weren't going to tell me a number? Okay. How do I get out of here? I'm so glad I got one of those.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game.
What happened?
And then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I guess I have to leave. Exit and jump circle. My options are now much more limited, so I think I did everything in the expo center. Can I get rid of this bucket? I'm tired of this bucket.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah, you won't let me see anything else, because you haven't actually built out the tools that you said you did. You're a dirty liar. Whoa. It's like a lecture hall. What am I to do here?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
I would say I like them. If you made a Stanley Parable 2 with those features, I'd like it.
Let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Yeah, you just put everything together.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go.
Let's see it.
Version 2.
Fell a little
Who
flat.
am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
I'm listening.
With respect, with care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
It could work.
I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up.
I'm excited to see it.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, that's clean. Wait, did we actually make it to So Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is Stanley Parable 2? Oh my gosh, we've made it. After all this time, we are actually here in the flesh, the Stanley Parable 2. I didn't think they would actually make this. Don't be pulling my leg.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yes.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was
Employee number 427.
Employee number 427's job was simple.
Follow instructions.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-wrenching,
Stanley loved it.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came.
Let's see the twist they put
Though
on
he had been made exactly,
for the second one.
and Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Okay, we're here.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized
Although
that
it
not
looks exactly
one
like the first
single
game.
order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting,
Not sure you actually
or
changed
even say
anything.
hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened.
I do see
This
the balloons, the
complete
get well someday
isolation.
balloons.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, let's have a look here. So the
All of
balloons.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket. I need the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I feel like the bucket will save me here. These doors don't open. All right, all right, all right.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
What do I do
and
here?
entered the door on his left.
Let's go on the right. I haven't defied you in a while.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
Yeah.
him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yep.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Ah.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly... No,
But I still want to keep
never
going.
mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I didn't, because I choose to go in here.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
Yeah.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now
Oh,
ride the lift all the way to the top. There's
How do I-
something up
Oh,
there
no!
I need you...
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket.
I didn't know that I could die in this game.
So he
Well,
threw himself to his death.
I knew that I could
they
die.
might
I didn't realize I
die in
could
one
do that
another's
to
arms.
myself. Oh my gosh, okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Grab the
Stanley
bucket.
lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
DLC doors closed. I'm going to defy him, but I'm not going to die this time.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and
button,
walked straight
click.
ahead to the opposite door.
This could be where I could collect my figurine. I saw it. I know that this could be it. I could collect my figurine here.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here.
Are you really?
I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Huh?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here
Who is
because
this?
we care about
I don't
you
know
very
her.
much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content.
Are we not playing the
We're
sequel?
the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
let's go.
That's what the fans
Okay.
want. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where
I know.
it'll go off to next?
I do like
Oh,
this line.
And it played some silly music as well.
This is fun.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
Yes.
Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I don't recall that.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Do not tell me it's the bucket. I will not be giving up this bucket. This is the reassurance bucket. It's the only thing that makes me happy in this world of Stanley.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
I will not do it.
I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Insert bucket to destroy?
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now,
No.
Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket.
I won't do it.
And pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No, I'm leaving. I won't let you do it. How do I shut this
Now
machine
listen
down?
to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy.
Well, I guess
your
we're gonna
bucket.
find out what this
Destroying
Bucket
buckets
Destroyer can
is
do.
all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable
How do I
characters?
turn this off?
Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits.
Yeah.
What other object
Oh,
in
I'm
this
sure.
game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
won't
We can't get
do
back
it.
to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket.
I won't do
Quickly
it.
now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want.
I
Hurry
hate the
and-
fans. They're not getting what they want. Can't do part with my bucket. What don't you understand? I love that bucket. That bucket is everything to me. What? Is that the Bucket Destroyer?
Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
It had a good character arc for sure.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
No, the bucket's
Stanley
gone.
decided to go
Oh,
to
no,
the
no, it's
meeting
not.
room. Perhaps he had simply
Ding.
the confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
Had the bucket turned out correct?
to be
No,
correct?
it seems
Was
it had
there?
not.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I didn't. Except I didn't. Except I went all the way over here.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
All right, I'm going.
Good.
Said the bucket. He was
Oh, I
fully
should have gone in
convinced
there.
that the bucket had spoken to him, and he
I'm going.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Danger everywhere. That means go in. That's what that translates to. I don't know if this was the right choice, but it's the choice
No,
I made.
Stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
It's true.
I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game.
All right, so do I need an education on what a bucket is? Is that where we're heading
much
here?
of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
All right, I'll see. What are you going to teach me in here? Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Easy enough.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Sounds easy enough.
Okay,
Come on
let's
now.
begin.
Who do you think I am? Is this a bucket?
Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Mm-hmm. What I say?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Mm-hmm. Of course. That was obvious.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
That's a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Whew.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
You didn't have to be so mean about it. Other teachers would just give me like a D and circle it. I don't know why I had to be so nasty.
Is this a bucket?
As I've said before. Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
That one was obvious. Come on, bring it on. When are you gonna give me the tough questions? 4 for 5? You still don't think I know what a bucket is?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Nope.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Both. Huh?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. It should be around here somewhere.
That's alright.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Well, yeah, because the bucket is an absence of water, which is nothing. Don't get mad.
I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket?
That's
Mere
what I'm saying.
moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I?
Bro, I've been preaching this. I've been telling you this for the longest
I
time.
can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
Wouldn't be the
I
first
can't
time.
do that. I'm sorry, but I'm going to erase all buckets from the game.
No!
Okay, here we go.
You can't just do that.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything
The bucket is the
disappear?
game.
Was everything a bucket?
I've been telling you this.
Every single thing
Everything
was
is
a
a bucket.
My God, I had no idea.
Oh my
How could-
gosh.
Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some
Well, I don't, because you took away my reassurance,
Doesn't
which
change
was in the
fact
form of a
that we
bucket.
haven't got a game. So, tell you what. I'll reset everything, and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Fine.
Who knows what that information might do to a person?
Okay.
All right.
I will
here we
not
go.
mention the fact that buckets are everything. So reset the game.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms.
Mm-hmm.
With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to
But I'm
his
going
chest.
this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
You know I had to
Stanley
do
had
it to
felt
him.
the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was known.
So my plan here is to go to the lift and actually go across, because I've solved the thing on the right.
Don't go to the meeting.
So now I'm gonna go to the meeting room. Locked and loaded, baby.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Yes, sir.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Oh, in here? Oh, this one. Yes, I'm going. All right, I've made it.
Now pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Because I could.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the
this whole
joke? It's
time
funny,
you
Stanley.
were
A
the bucket?
talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Let's watch some comedy.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last?
I feel like this is useful to
How
know.
can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
Yes, the most
And more
important reason.
importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
Of course.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is
Yes.
yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit.
I think that's all
with
fair.
one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
Oh, I thought that was doing
These are
something
the
else.
optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next,
Sam.
provide a brief synopsis of the joke,
SAM.
including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete,
SAM.
it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half,
Okay.
pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary.
For sure.
When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. I'm Dunny with the funny.
This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these
That is
strategies at
true.
your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them.
I don't- this is taking a
Godspeed,
really
and the
weird
earth
tangent.
reign supreme.
That was an incredibly weird tangent that went down.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it?
I would
Well,
say
no
so.
matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then.
I'm
so with
Dunny
that in
with the
mind,
funny.
I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Fine. No. Fine. You got me. Is there anywhere I can go? Can I go in here? I just want to jump off. Where can I go?
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery.
really
You'll be in
had to do
stitches.
this, huh?
A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket
It seems you've led me astray.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly.
What does that
I
say?
don't need to overthink
Do not
things.
lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay, I'm going back. I'm actually going to go to the room on the left because what more is there to do? I've done all I can do. So, wait.
Here we go.
Okay.
You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
All right, I'm going to do it.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's
I'm
done.
so over
the joke
you.
is completely down and over. It's all
You-
your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud? Here we go.
Okay.
You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors,
Mm-hmm.
they entered the door on the left.
I'm listening to you.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back.
Okay.
Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
When Stanley
I'm
and the
actually ready
bucket
this
came
time.
to a set of two open doors,
They enter the door on their left.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back. Here we go.
Okay.
You ready?
Third time's a charm.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came
I'm starting
to
to think that there's only one choice.
They entered the door on the left.
Fine, I'll make it. Are you happy now?
What? We're back at the phone already.
Should I answer it or what?
What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room.
That is your
What an
fault.
egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think...
No, don't watch it again. I gotta get out of here. I can't watch it again.
Watch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve
Nope.
my...
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your
Wait.
other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley.
Oh my gosh, we reached another ending. All right, so I don't know what that was about, but we are finally back. How about I don't get the bucket this time? I'm feeling a little bit different for some reason. I don't know what it is, but...
When Stanley came to a set of 2...
I'm gonna go to the door on the left.
He entered the door on his left.
But I'm gonna backtrack once he recognizes that I went through. Did he like that? Oh, it seems as if he liked that. Okay, so we're back to playing normal games here. This very well might be the original game.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah,
Blah, blah, blah.
Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Oh, cool.
Kill surprise.
All right. Yep, here I am. Here I am. Yeah, that's me. Oh,
You found one.
yes.
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
Completely
You can't
understood.
buy that sort
Who's
of
this dude in the
happiness,
background?
Stanley.
So
God knows
that's Stanley?
tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay. That was, I mean, I always look forward to getting those. All right, let's head down here. Stanley Pumpkin.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
It appears I am at a junction. I can either escape. Let's see what escaping does this time, because I feel like escaping is going to offer
Although
us something
this
else.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent
Okay, so now I'm going to turn around.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and
Mm-hmm.
realized he simply had too much to live for.
Okay, here I go. Once again.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Wait.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
If I
Had he truly spent
don't
his
have the
entire life
bucket,
utterly
I
blind to the
don't play
world?
the second game. Oh my gosh, this is what's happening. So the
Sad
bucket
or content,
is what's
walking,
offered in Ultra
eating,
Deluxe.
Working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very.
I'm getting chills realizing
As
that
the
right
cold
now.
reality of his
So it looks like
past
I need to be
began
holding the
sink in.
bucket in order to
Stanley
access the
decided-
Ultra Deluxe narration. Wait a second. So I shut off all the controls. Everybody's freed. But is everybody free?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
This is what I got the previous time when I played this. So this is just...
Stanley felt the cool breeze.
Everything just leads right back to this. So everything we strive for is freedom, it looks like.
And Stanley was happy.
What a beautiful ending for Stanley. But of course, that's not what we were
How
interested in.
wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Wait.
This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along.
Huh?
I got what I wanted.
I thought he was investigating. Now I'm confused. That is not what you said. That is not the opening line here. The opening line is, oh, where are all my coworkers?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't know. I don't like what's happening here. Why am I rejoicing? This is now a total... We switched things up completely now. Something's off. There will be a reward for finding them. Something's off. There must be more, right? There must be more to this game.
Coming to a staircase,
We're going down.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Do we... Oh!
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
Yes.
This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? Or
How about
what about Stanlerines?
Yeah.
Yes, I think I like that.
Okay, that works.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
All right, and here we are once again.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
Meeting today in the meeting
Just a
room.
matter of time.
Okay, I'm gonna take this bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled.
Yeah.
He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket.
I'm going to the right. I'm gonna go back to following the bucket. I feel like it's gonna lead me to freedom here. Something's just off about this whole charade. Okay, what if I go here? I don't seek to find all. That is not, I don't think that is the goal of this game, is it? To collect all three. Check this bathroom. I feel like they could be in the bathroom. No? Yes? Oh!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlets.
I will not stop until I get all
What
6
name better
Stanley
encapsulates the
figurines,
intrinsic
because I know that that
sense
is the
of
canon
happiness
ending to
that you
this
get
game.
from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen.
That is the
bar.
finale to this game.
Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Let's go into here. Elevator time. Elevator time. Let me in, baby. All right, we in here. I feel like nothing's actually in here. That is the biggest waste of a room that I've ever seen. All right, I'm here. 2, 8, 4, 5. Oops, I'm sorry.
Stanley may have broken
I know,
down
I
to
messed
an
up.
emotional dumpster
I'm sorry,
fire,
I messed
if
up.
Not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his
Good.
darkest of hours, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer
Of course I did.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
The bucket is all-knowing. I thought we've established this already.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical
Okay,
explanation.
okay. Looks like I can only go down here. So I think now I should escape.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards
What do we
an
think?
unknown fate.
Do I escape or what?
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Okay, that is quite comforting. But now where do I head?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door.
I'm
that
escaping.
read, Mind control for.
Nope.
This passageway had the word escape.
I think there's
written on
something
it.
here for me.
The truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
I trust the bucket. I don't think I can get hurt with the bucket in my hand. I think there's gonna be a Stanley figurine somewhere here. I don't know why, I just think so. I don't know why, I just think so. I trust the process.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
Don't be so nasty to my
It puts
bucket.
the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is
That's
what
everything.
Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Wait,
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
who is this? This is the girl again.
Were led helplessly into the enormous.
I'm gonna listen to her this time.
In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Wait, what happened?
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
It was such a good bucket. I didn't say thank you enough when I had him. You were standing at the precipice. I can't say that word. There's some other buckets.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short
I
life?
know, there's our earliest ancestors with their bucket. Yeah, you guys are definitely onto something here.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one.
I don't disagree,
It
yeah.
is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. Oh, that's beautiful. Wait, I just touched the hanging bucket. What does this mean for me?
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this
I'm
terrible
listening. What can we do? I want to get out of the situation.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket.
What?
We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as
Okay, fine, fine.
leader,
We'll do
as
it.
commander of a new
I'm on board
world,
with you.
a new
Fine.
vision.
So the bucket has been saved, all buckets, because Stanley could no longer take advantage of the buckets. I became the bucket for that ending right there, and I hope that it turned out okay for us. Why did I get convinced right there? So you're telling me Stanley is
All
not
of
going
his
to have
co-workers were
a
gone.
bucket now?
Well, Stanley decided to
Oh.
go to the meeting
Yeah.
room. The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket.
All right, I am going in the right room this time, because I feel like
Stanley
that's right.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But
I take no stake in anything you say anymore, Mr. Narrator. Okay, let's do a bit more exploration here.
Go there. Go to the cargo.
How do I get into here? That's where I want to go. How do I get into there? Do you see what I'm aiming for? Oh, I could do that. Oh, look at that. Okay. I'm so bad at this. I didn't play Minecraft, so.
you're getting close now, Stanley.
That is 5.
You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and balloons. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
That will be cool. Guessing I'll die if I fall? I will certainly die if I fall. So let's go back. I think that's like a vent area that I can maybe go through. Yeah, here we go. Oh, did we unlock a new room? Oh, new room alert. Let's go. Nothing there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we've unlocked a brand new room. Whoa, where am I? This is sick. Okay, don't blow this. What is this? What did I just play? A recorder?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
Mm-hmm.
The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness
What
in
does
my
this
chest
bucket
when I
represent?
set it down
What could this possibly mean?
make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
Probably not the best route here.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden
That's
ticket.
you sicko.
But I have to be careful. Because
You
as soon as this
sicko.
gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even though I don't know who might be trying to get me.
That poor bucket.
What's that? Who's there?
I feel like I should not have stumbled into this room. Is this one of the endings? What? What just happened? And why am I now in like the inverse of where I was? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What?
What could it mean?
What?
Where
Okay.
are we going today? The bucket asked.
Where am I?
Stanley just smiled. Stanley clutched the bucket
That's so
tightly to
strange.
his chest and entered the door.
Let's go right again.
This was not the correct.
We need to find that
meeting.
final figurine, and we need to get like one more ending, and then I'll feel satisfied. Okay, so let's exit this lounge. I feel like I've done everything on the left at this point. So I can do 2 things. I can answer the phone, which I actually want to do. So maybe we'll go ahead and answer the phone for once. I could also go back in here. I'll do that next. I'm going to answer the phone. Here we go. And we are going to answer the phone.
Obeyed blindly. Now pick up the phone, said the bucket.
Do it.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back.
Okay. I'm glad we answered it.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Oh no, what?
Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
Oh.
And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Huh. That's sad. Hey, Bucket. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press P to take me to work with you. Yes, of course.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
But that's okay. He's like a stuffed animal. Take me back home? Yeah, let's go back home, Bucket.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Bucky, you could say anything. Let's go back to work.
Stanley, can you hear me?
I'm right
Listen
here.
To me. It's just a bucket.
No, he's not just a
can't
bucket. He's
think,
more than that.
It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid.
Bucket is much more than just a device to transfer liquid, and you know that.
It doesn't do anything else.
I'm not listening to the loud man. I'm going back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from.
The only person I care about in this world is this bucket.
About is this awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
Of course I don't need you.
From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket.
A little bit shiny.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Okay, thank you for at least acknowledging that. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Let's go back home. That's all I want, a life
Yes,
with
I
you.
suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
You better watch what you say about my bucket.
At moving an amount of water from one room to another.
To relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Because it is so much more than a regular bucket. Let's just work from home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No.
Oh.
What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
Because you're finally seeing what the bucket means to me and what it is.
Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me
Nope,
the bucket,
will
Stanley.
not.
I need it. Give it to me now.
Close
Give
your
it, or
eyes.
I'll-
That's scary. I do not want to see the personification of this narrator. Go back to work, Stanley. Okay, sure. That was an ending. Wow, it was. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's do this.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
Right.
he entered the door.
Oh, I forgot the bucket. Oh no, I forgot the bucket. I bet you there's something to do without the bucket though. I think we've done everything on the right besides that one thing, but I want the bucket for that. Did we go down here? I don't think we've gone down here. Oh no, we have gone down here. This is where I found like the people greeting me. Did I have the bucket though? I think I
Stanley
had the
didn't
bucket.
want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Left, okay. Are you sure? Why did you not sound super confident there? Okay, I'll trust you.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
It's fine, I'm going.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the
It's
right?
fine. We all mess up.
What was I thinking?
It's to the left.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
If you're confused, then where are we supposed to go? Am I just gonna die in here?
Let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes.
Okay.
I've got it now.
Yep.
This story is absolutely, definitely
This way, okay, yes. Here we go. All right, I'm going down. Don't know where I'm heading. Oh, yeah.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay, close your eyes, Stanley. You're not supposed to see this.
We just have to get back
I
to,
think I confused the narrator.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
That was an ending?
This time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay. Here we go. I'm not gonna grab the bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the
There is no
museum.
bucket. Huh? Where's the bucket?
When
Wait.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Huh?
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
I didn't do anything,
Did you
no.
move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah.
It was right here just a minute ago.
No, I don't know, man. I'm serious.
Sure it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Ooh. Let's go here. This is fun. New doors unlocked. It's like them playing the back rooms. Whoa, there's so much here. Oh my gosh, it's like infinite. Whoa. Look how much stuff there is. How cool. We've unlocked so much. Let's maybe try...
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise
What?
you there definitely was a story here before. Do we just... Do
No.
we need to restart the game again?
I
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
he keeps interrupting everything. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go
The bucket
to
is
meeting
gone,
room.
notably.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right. Back to normal. 2 doors, except there's no doors now.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Oh.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Yeah, I think that's probably best. Let's go. Let's just trace our steps backwards. I agree. I'm with you on this. All we're doing is going back to the original room. We'll restart this story, and everything will make sense.
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Okay.
No, wait, never mind.
Huh?
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. Here we go. I don't know where we are.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
I don't know where we are. I feel like
Do
you're
you
about to
remember,
murder me.
Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Is that true?
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
I've been playing this for
Some
3
people
hours.
win
You're telling
fair
me I
and
didn't put
square,
any work for
and
this?
this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to
Oh my
restart.
gosh, not the restart again. What the? Oh, the adventure line. They mentioned this in like an hour and a half ago in one of the
All right,
endings.
I've
Okay.
got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed
Okay,
the
I'm
help
gonna follow
of
this
the
line.
Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Ooh.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
That is simple. I'm actually looking forward to following the
See,
line.
the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
I really like this.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
Ooh.
Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
I'd say so.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination
I wonder if this is gonna lead me to the
inevitably
final
conjured into
figurine.
being
Maybe that's why
via
I've
the
gotten
very
here.
manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on.
Okay.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
Yeah, you're being a little weird.
Sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Let's get it. I love this line. This makes it so simple, my monkey brain can just turn off, and I feel like I'm completing the game. This must lead me to the end.
Go back and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Huh?
No.
Wait.
Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I mean, we're going over here, aren't we? Well, I probably could have just easily done that.
Oh, no,
It
no,
ta-
not
everything
again,
takes us
Line.
here.
How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay, following the line once
You
again.
know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
True.
intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
That's what I'm saying.
Something exciting, daring,
Yeah.
mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Uh-huh.
Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay, I'm totally down for that. Here we go. Let's have some fun over here.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Yeah, we're having
Just
fun.
me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Anything, man.
Go
Really
wild.
anything.
Use your imagination.
Okay, let's get
Whatever
a
it might
dragon.
be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Show me a dragon.
Oh, no, not you again.
Ah, the line
Stanley,
again.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
That's okay, I don't have to follow
no
it.
lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay, I won't follow it. Ooh, okay, I won't follow it. I trust you as the narrator. I think we're cool now.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Very
How
true.
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Take your time.
Just walk in circles for a minute.
That's kind of all I do
Okay,
anyways.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Okay, I can only go right.
Oh, hold up. What's this?
Huh?
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
Wait.
And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times?
8 times?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Huh?
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Oh my gosh, I've
Well,
really done myself in.
consulted
We're about
me.
to...
Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped
So we're
like
here.
this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it?
Oh,
Did we break the
yes,
cycle?
we broke the cycle.
The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
Okay, good.
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
According to this, the narrator's going to restart the game.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you agree?
of course, yeah.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey.
I
Though
know,
they're
it beats
always
me.
saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. Mm-hmm. We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
Eventually.
We'll just wait here.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
You said you weren't going to do it.
Your trust in someone
Okay,
else
can I make this
difficult,
jump?
But the fact is that the story
Yes.
has been about nothing but you.
Okay.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Mm-hmm.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
You know what? I am.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you.
No,
to
you
show
don't.
you something beautiful.
Red door.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Fine.
Give me a
I'll
chance.
trust you for once.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop.
So you're going to kill me?
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh my gosh. This door? It's like... What?
What do we want?
I don't know.
What are we looking for?
I don't know. Something should be coming here. You're the narrator. You tell me where I'm heading. Because, oh, what? Oh my gosh, what is this? Is this heaven?
Here, yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
That is beautiful.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Is this the narrator's canon ending?
I feel happy.
Oh, wow. It is beautiful, isn't it? Wow. What a beautiful sight to see. I'm glad that you're happy. This really is a marvel to look at.
No, wait. Where are you going?
You know, it's exhausted its time. That was fun.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
That's fine.
We'll lose all of this.
It's okay. I won't hurt myself. Don't worry. You have to trust me.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No!
Oh, I survived.
Thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
But guess what?
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Because it's what I have to do.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do
I'm
that
going
for
slower
me?
than ever now. Okay.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Yes.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
You are. You're a very astute observer.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Here we go. Hopefully the final jump. I can't do this anymore. This is gut-wrenching. The final jump.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
I think so.
I'm going back.
And that is all. My goal now is to just answer that phone. That phone is going to get answered. Without a bucket. That seems to be the canon ending. What I think's happening in there? I think that my wife is on the other line.
Your chance to redeem yourself.
I'm gonna make things right with her.
To put your
I'm
work
heading home.
aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her.
I'm answering.
Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually...
That just ruined my entire mood. That is emotionally the hardest thing I've just had to deal with right there.
Trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
What is this?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
This is how I lived?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly
what else am I supposed to do? I have to do that.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Okay.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
It's true. And as I've just gone on over the past 2-3 hours.
Into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Okay. Guess I can just
And
live
so
my life
he
now.
began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boy. I have kids.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
To prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Oh my gosh.
he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
It's all just the workplace.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many
I love how they
directions.
trademarked the yellow
And down
line.
another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Tell your wife you love her. Okay, this is it. This is the moment that this entire game has been played for. This is the parable I've found myself in.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons
She
he
never
always
existed,
has.
truly.
Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'm gonna do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Because you have to free me.
I suppose I can't. Not in the
You
way
just
I
need me to
wanted
be free.
But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh my gosh. He actually died. Okay, everything looks
Wait,
normal.
Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Surely. Okay, everything looks normal now, so
When Stanley
I
came
guess
to a set of
we
two
avoided
open
that
doors, this was not
confusion
the correct
ending.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Okay.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
no,
It was okay.
that's
But
all.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So we're not doing that. What we are going to actually be doing is what we had
Stanley was
previously
so
wanted
bad
to
at
do.
Following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've got.
We need to make this mega jump here. Jump!
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Sorry.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you. To
Oh,
show
sure you
something
do.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully. And there it is.
Yes!
The last Stiglitz.
Let's go!
Savor this moment, Stanley. This is.
Oh
a
my
real
gosh, let's go.
This is doing something just for the sake of doing.
Yes!
Where so
All
many
6.
people expect
That's
to be
like
rewarded for
officially
those
beating this
trivial
game.
achievements.
I think, I don't know.
Insisted
There's probably a lot
that
of endings
job
we didn't get.
Well done is its own reward.
Woo!
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Oh, that's huge. I'm so happy. Do I get a Steam achievement at least? Really, no Steam. Okay. Red door or blue door? Blue door. I like blue.
Ha! Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked. All right,
Blue.
fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
Thank you.
You want to know so badly what's out
Yes.
there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay, thank you.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map.
Okay.
Because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Fine.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
No, you're right.
Is this what you would
Let
want?
me back.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that?
I do. I actually feel bad for this. I really
In the end,
didn't.
It was all for
I was
nothing,
excited I got the
because
last
this
figurine.
Is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Hey, I've been playing your game just like you wanted me to.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay, show it.
There we go. A third
Oh,
option.
great.
This
Love it.
already feels leaps ahead of where we were.
Oh, I love
Okay,
it.
I'm
1,
going to
2,
stop you
3,
there.
4.
Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Oh, 5.
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
Yes.
Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
I think from
How
me.
did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut.
I'm gonna have to bring you a
really
little
couldn't
back
say
down
where
and
the
see if I
idea
can.
came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
All right, let's look. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Am I on it? Wait, is this actually true? How did somebody beat it in 2 minutes? All right, I'm going here.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Wait, I could crouch? I would say 5. I think it was a good ad.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
No.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Okay.
It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes
I'm gonna
clear
save you.
once you've been playing it for about 4
Okay.
hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Of course, yeah.
Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
To spite you.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for you. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What is this?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
I don't know. It
What's
looks
our
fun, though.
backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians.
Does anybody
below
know what this
you
game is
from
supposed to
up
be?
high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
It's crazy how much they built out for this one single ending. But this is the true canon ending, so once we complete this, I think we're good to go. This is actually the ending to Stanley Parable.
No, it can't be.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. Wow. So this is what it's like outside the office.
It is. It's an open world game. Good
Oh,
God,
I
quickly
love it.
block it off.
No.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions.
I
no
happen to
path
like
follow.
open
You
world
can just
games.
go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find
it's
another
beautiful.
game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I think I like this game. I like this.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh no, where you're taking me. Rocket League? That's the canon ending to
See,
Stanley
this is
Parable?
exactly what I had in mind. just a nice big box for you to run around in. There is
Rocket
any
League?
possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
This is it. This is canon ending to Stanley
so
Parable.
What exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
Where's the ball?
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh my gosh. So I'm literally playing. So basically like the key to life is Rocket League. That's what this game is getting at.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Hold on.
It is fun. Oh no.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley.
I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. Everything's good here. I don't know where I am, but I just know that I'm approaching the end. And that's all I've ever looked for in a video game. Okay, here we go. I know what's about to happen. When I turn this corner. Okay, I just retreat to 427, my room. Except, this isn't my room. No, not even close. Where am I?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I can wait too. Wow. What a monologue to end it. Honestly, really fun, great game. I'm sure there's a couple things that I didn't do.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story.
I knew you liked them.
Please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone. I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
Fine.
Just one more time.
One final time, because this is the final level. I will do it. Now remember when Stanley found the collectibles. Okay. I will engage you because you have been great. This has been a lot of fun, and I want to indulge your requests. So let's do this.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find.
It was a good
Sure,
time.
It said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
What is
We were
this?
so innocent. We'll never be like that
What is
again,
this?
Stanley.
Oh my gosh. Is this another room? Oh my gosh.
And here was the second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by
Oh.
poking around behind the
Wow,
boss's
7 now.
office. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Thank you. And then down here, under stairs,
Okay,
boss's
let's do a
bathroom.
little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
I do remember, and the room that I found it in was actually under the stairs. So the fact that you're quizzing me feels really good here, because I do know the answer to it. It was right in here.
Hey, that's exactly
Bingo.
right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
That's very true. I feel like I went downstairs for nothing, and here we go.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a figly in this...
No, we didn't.
Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room.
What is this pink
but it's
room?
here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
This is not canon. We are not living a canon experience.
This was the 5th mini-stand, and this one was really something special.
It was.
In the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Okay, let's see it. That's so like YouTube 2008 coded. What's that back there? Oh! Ooh, mini stand number 5. Do you remember that? That was sick. Yeah, here's a cam of it. This is actually really clever. You found it near the cargo lift. Thanks for watching. What an ending this one is.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
I get it. And here we go for the 6th one. Right in here. Yep, off to the right in this room, wasn't
And
it?
then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Yeah.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other, except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Okay, so each of these doors are the same. And where are we heading now?
And
Whoa.
then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
And that is complete. I guess we completed that.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on.
Why not?
Stop the loading screen.
No, you
Isn't
can't
there some
unload.
way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction.
I wouldn't
See
recommend
how that
this.
feels.
I would not recommend this. It's gonna be a little weird.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this.
Okay.
I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep
Yeah.
going. I want more.
Okay.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember
I
the
remember the
we
video.
watched?
It was a great video. Yep. It was a great video.
Yes, I love that video.
Same. It was actually amazing. And then the pink room, which did not happen, but we'll accept it.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one.
No memory of
Good room,
this
though.
one.
A solid room.
Yeah, I'd say so. And
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
It would have.
I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
then the final one, I think. Oh yeah, the bathroom one here, which somehow disappeared. So we will just go back over here and collect the... Is this the final? No,
This was our second Figley.
Yeah.
Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines.
Okay, let's finally
I want
exit.
More memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
The first ever figurine. Whoa. Is this the jump circle? Please let me jump.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, oh yes, the 2 doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory. this
Classic,
one.
man. Huh? 427.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else?
No.
Was there something that came before your office?
I don't think so.
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
What can you remember?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decision.
I'm a figment of your imagination.
I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship.
Oh my gosh.
And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to
I
feel for
am
myself
made up
again.
in your head?
I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
Fine.
I did enjoy telling his story so very much.
This is our final time.
Here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
And just like that, I believe that is the end of the Stanley Parable. I'm sure there's a few more endings that I didn't get to, but for the most part, that's pretty much the game. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more content, make sure to click here or click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I will see you next time. Peace.